Make sure you've got space around you. And we'll just have a little warm up. So to begin with, I just want you to bend your knees just a little way and back up. So not a deep squat, just a small squat. Good. Keep that going, just a small squat. And just let Sue in. That's it. Okay. So just a little knee bend, a small squat. Good. Now to lift your right leg up at the side and down. So just your right leg, lifting it up at the side and down. But let's add in some arms as well. Change legs. Lift your left leg. And then let's just take a nice big stretch, arms reaching back, so you're opening that chest and then rounding forward. Open those arms again, so you're stretching back, squeeze your shoulder blades and then rolling forwards. So again, arms reaching back and rounding forwards. Good. Shoulders and arms reaching back, hi Louise, and rounding forwards. Good. All right, take those arms out wide and we're just going to take a little stretch over from side to side. Take your feet about hip width apart, so a little bit wider, and then clasp your hands together. So I want you to make a big circle. We're going to bend your knees, come down low, arms come up high, big circle. So warming up the whole of your body. And then we're going to change direction, go round the other way. And then coming back to the center, bring those legs in, stretch up tall, and then let's breathe out, fold forwards. Again, just bend those knees if you need to. Make sure you're not straining your back at all. Let your head drop. Just lengthening through the back of your legs as much as you want to. Now let's place those hands on our thighs, straighten your legs as you push your bottom back, crown of your head forward, so a nice flat back. Breathe out, fold back down again. So stepping back into your plank, either dropping to knees first or staying in your plank, elbows bend as you lower down. Flattening your feet as you lower onto your hips. Breath in, straightening those arms. Again, just to where you feel able to. So if your back's not warmed up enough yet, stay low. Draw your shoulders back. Good. Tuck your toes and let's lift those hips again. So into our down dog. Spread your fingers. Now let's bend your knees lots. Let your head and chest drop. And then try and straighten those legs a little more. So again, bend your knees, sink, and then lift those hips, straightening your legs. One more time, bending your knees, and then straightening them. Walk your feet forward until you can bring them as close to your hands as you can. Again, bend those knees if you need. Take a breath in and rise back up. Breathe out. Let's refocus. So, take a nice big breath in. Forward fold. Breathe out. Flat back, hands to shins. Forward fold. Stepping or jumping back through plank or hands and knees. Elbows bend as we lower down. Upward facing, straightening those arms, squeeze your glutes. Tuck toes as you lift your hips up. Lowering those heels as much as you can. Push the floor away as you straighten your arms. Take a breath in and look forward, step forward. Both feet. Breathe out, fold. Breath in as we rise back up. And breath out to finish. Good. Let's do that sun salutation again. So, big stretch up. Then fold forwards. Flat back, breath in. Breath out as we step back through plank. Lowering down to the floor. And your toes and breath in, upward facing. Tuck toes and lift those hips as you breathe out, stretching through the back of your legs. Take a breath in as we look forward, step or jump forward. And then rising back up. And hopefully feeling a little warmer now. So let's step our right foot back. Just a little way, foot slightly turned out. So your hips are still facing forwards. Think about breathing into your rib cage. And let's have our warrior one position with our arms. So shoulder blades drawn down, lengthening your neck. Stretching from your fingertips all the way down to your toes. Now let's open that back foot as we turn into our warrior two. So you may just want to wiggle your foot a little further back. Keep your front knee, left knee in line with your toes, your wrist just above your knee. See how low you can come. We're just going to breathe and hold it there. So think tucking that tailbone under. Just breathing through your nose. Now turn your palm up, lift that left arm, so our reverse warrior, arm reaching up to the ceiling. Lifting both hands as you turn back to our warrior one, adjust your back foot. Now if your arms ache at any point, feel free to bring them back down or give them a shake out. Open it back to warrior two. So back foot's turned out, front foot stays facing forward. Sink nice and low into that thigh. Push into your feet. Palm turns up as we lift that front arm, but you're still staying low in those legs. And then as you turn back to face front again, hands to the floor, step in, forward fold. Take a breath in and rise back up. So let's step that left foot back, warrior one. Just a little step back, make sure hips and shoulders are facing forward. Draw those shoulder blades down your back and activate those back muscles. Try and get that breath to travel all the way down into your belly. Now turn that back foot out to the side. Take your legs a little wider if you want to. Warrior two. So this time your right leg's facing forward. Ankle, knee, hip all in line. Turn your palm up as you lift that front arm, our reverse warrior. And as you come back to the center again, turn that back foot slightly in, back to our warrior one. Release any tension from your neck and shoulders. Open it back out, warrior two, sink low. Palm lifts, reverse warrior. Turning forwards again as we step in, forward fold. So let's step back to down dog. Push through the hands, lifting your hips high. And then drop down to your hands and knees. So bring your hands in a little bit closer. Cat stretch, rounding your back first. Tuck head in, tuck tail in. And then let it drop. Lift your head, lift your tail. So rounding that back, tuck your pelvis under, scoop your belly in, head drops. Lifting your head, shoulders slide back, lifting that tailbone. Let's do two more. Rounding your back. Making a little dip in your back. One more time. And then coming back to halfway. So I want you to wiggle your hips now from side to side. So imagine you're wiggling your bum side to side. Turn your head as if you're trying to look for those hips. One side and then the other side. So we're just laterally moving our spine sideways. And release. Have a little stretch back in child's pose. So we're going to focus a bit on back mobility. Hands reach forward. I want you to roll up first of all onto your hands and knees, tucking that tail, so making that cat stretch. And then you're going to travel the weight forward. So you're making a plank position on your hands and knees. Let me just show you that sideways. So we've gone from that rounded back, hips have just come forward into that plank position. And then you're going to roll down your thighs, your belly, and head to the floor. Lift your head again, push yourself back up as you pull back into that child's pose, but keeping your arms long in front of you. So rounding your back as you roll up first. Look forward as you lengthen your spine. Roll down your thighs and hips. So pushing back up. Sink back. Roll up. And this time we're going to stay down on our tummy. So when you're ready, relaxing your head on the floor. Hands under your shoulders and tuck those elbows in. Squeeze your legs together and just lift both legs off the floor. Lower your legs, give them a quick shake. Now squeeze them again, but keep them on the floor as you lift up head and chest, hovering those hands. So I'm a bit dark in black today, but I hope you can see me. And relax back down. Let's try and put the two together, lifting up head, chest, and our arms and legs. And then relax back down. Have a little stretch back in child's pose. And while you're having a little stretch back, I'm just going to bring the camera a little nearer. So we're going to stay on the floor now. Yep, that should be okay. All right. So, come back up onto your hands and knees. Find that little box position where you can balance. So a nice flat back, shoulders drawn back, and we're just going to balance opposite arm, opposite leg. So holding it there. Think about your hip bones pointing equally down at the floor, and make sure you're not overreaching with that arm. So shoulders pulled back. All right, let's change sides. And then relaxing there. So bring your legs round in front of you. Start with your knees bent, feet on the floor. Arms just in front of you. You're going to lean back. Now I want you to take a little twist today. So imagine you're picking something up off the floor, carrying it over your knees to the other side. Lift, carry it over your knees to the other side. So we're just twisting through that spine. And then have a little hug. Now let's take both legs out wide, arms outstretched. We're going to twist again, reach opposite arm across towards opposite leg. Stretch up in the middle again, Turn, reach opposite arm across to opposite leg. So breath in, lift up tall. Turn as you breathe out and reach. Breath in, stretch up tall. Turn and breathe out as you reach. Let's do one more each way. Coming back to the center, and just sliding those hands forwards. Hold it there, relax your shoulders and arms. Take a breath in, come halfway up. Breathe out, relax back down again. And then let's roll back up again. So bring your legs back together in front of you. We're going to take a little curl all the way back down to the floor. Arms out wide and just bring your feet a little bit closer to your bottom. But then we're going to twist your knees to the right and just let them drop. Turn your head to the left. So legs looking one way, head looking the other. Take a nice big breath in and out. So relaxing your knees, your hips, your feet. Stretch your top leg across. Bend your knees, roll back to the center. Hug your knees in, cross your ankles, and you know what you're going to do. Roll back up to sitting. So lift your feet first, pull them down, and hopefully roll back up to sitting. Okay, legs out long in front of you. So we're going to keep that right leg long, bend your left knee, cross your left foot over. Now we're going to keep turning round towards the right. So a nice open stretch across your chest, twisting in our spine. Good. Now keep your legs as they are, but we're going to turn round the other way. Bring your arm over your knee, stretch up and twist as you look over to the left. Now let's come back to the center. Bend both knees. Fingers point towards your toes. Take them back behind you. And we're just going to lift those hips up. So a reverse bridge. Like a tabletop, trying to line up knees, hips and shoulders. And then lower back down. Roll back down to the floor. Arms out wide, so we're going to twist those knees the other way. Knees twisting left, head turning right. Take a big breath in and out. Stretching that top leg across. Bending your knees as you roll back to the center. Cross those ankles again, grab hold of the edge of your feet. Little lift of your feet up in the air, pull them down quick and help to roll back up. Failing that, just come back up in your own way. Lengthen those legs in front of you again. So this time left leg stays long and straight. Cross your right foot over. We're going to twist first of all round towards the left. So a nice open twist. Think about that breath in the top of your shoulders, across your collarbone. Now let's change, turn round to the other side. Bring your arm over your knee if you can. Push that knee out the way. And then relaxing there. Okay, let's bend both knees once more. Hands going back behind you and seeing if you can lift your hips. Come back down again. Swing your legs round behind you. So coming back onto your hands and knees. Little threading the needle, lifting your right hand up to the ceiling, we twist, thread it through, we dip. So untwist, reach up to the ceiling, and then thread your hand through. Change arms. Stretch up to the ceiling, threading your arm through. Relaxing there. So this time, stretching your right foot out behind you, place the toe on the floor. So you're just going to turn that foot out to the side. And then turn your hips and chest, reaching up to the ceiling with your right hand. See if you can pick your leg up off the floor. I'm glad you all lifted the straight leg and not the bent knee. That'd have been quite interesting if you could. All right, foot down, hand down, back to the center. So change legs, lengthen your left leg, toe on the floor. Turn the foot, turn the hips and shoulders, arm lifts. Lifting that straight leg. Hand and foot down, back to the center, lifting up into our down dog. Now let's walk your hands back to your feet, so a wide-legged forward fold. Take a breath in as we rise back up. Oops, I need to change my camera angle now, don't I? Let me just pop that back up there. Okay. So let's have a twist standing. Bend your knees, hands in that prayer position. Take a twist to the right. Elbow comes across to your thigh. So we're trying to pull that top shoulder back. Rise up, come back to the center. Arms open wide. And we're going to open into our star balance. Leaning to the right. Arms reach up. Come back to the center. Whoops. Knock my water over. Hands together again. Bend those knees. Take a twist this time to the left. Come back up nice and tall. Open those arms, star pose to the left. Coming back to the center again. Bend those knees. So twisting round to the right. Now we're going to open those arms. Top hand wraps round your back. Take a breath in. Open those arms as you come up to standing. And let's lean over into our star pose once more. Arms up by your ears. Rise back up. Good. Sink down into chair. Adding that twist to the left. Arms open wide. Top hand wraps behind your back. Rise back up. Arms open wide. And a little star balance to the left. Bringing those hands back up as we land. Good. Now take your feet nice and wide, so wider than the width of your mat. If you want to, you can turn sideways so you've still got your feet on the mat. So have those feet well over 1 meter wide. Leaning forward, we're going to see if you can place your hands on the floor. Now if you can't reach the floor, you can bend your knees, or you could put a little pillow, cushion, something so you can rest your hands on it. So think about pushing your tailbone back and the crown of your head forward. So we're trying to get a flattish back, but we're going to add in a twist. Lifting your left arm. So just lifting your arm, take a twist. Again, if that's not comfortable in your shoulder, let it wrap behind your back. Hand down, change sides. And then hand back down. We're going to make our way down to the floor again. So come and join me on the floor. And let's lie on our backs. Now stretching both legs up to the ceiling. You can use your hands to support your legs, or you can relax your arms on the floor. Let's just breathe for a minute. Flex your ankles, stretching the back of your legs. keeping your back pushing into the floor. Take your arms out wide and bring your legs together. So a little pendulum rock from side to side. Not very far, slowly. And then back to the center. Grab hold of your right leg, lower your left leg. Gently pulling your right leg in. Bend your left knee, cross your right ankle over. Now either hugging that knee across, or you can thread your hands around your left thigh and pull in. Change legs. Lengthen your left leg. Gently pulling your leg towards you. Slide your right leg out along the floor. So let's bend your right knee, crossing left ankle to thigh. If you can, thread your hands round your right thigh, or just hug that left knee across. Now let's place both feet back down on the floor. Bring the soles of your feet together. Let your knees drop. Just place your hands on your belly and close your eyes. So I want you to think about that breath coming all the way down into your tummy, and feel those hands rise as you breathe in. And fall as you breathe out. Breathing in through your nose, tummy rising, ribs expanding. Breathing out through your nose. So slow breath in and out. Think about that out breath being longer than your in breath. All right, we're just going to move into a comfortable position. You can knock your knees together, you can lengthen your legs. If you need to put anything warmer on, do so. And we're just going to finish with a little bit of relaxation. Feel free if you want to switch your lights off. So find yourself a comfortable position. And as you close your eyes, just be aware of the darkness, shutting out the light. shutting out all distractions, all sounds and thoughts. So we can never ever empty our mind, but we just choose to focus on our breath or our body or some thought or word instead. So I want you today just to focus on your back. Our spine is strong. Our spine is flexible. Thinking about the different positions, the moves that we've done today. Flexing. Extending. So forward and backward with our spine. Laterally, side to side. And then rotating or twisting. But as we've been moving our spine, other parts of the body moved with it. Our neck and head, shoulders and arms, hips, pelvis and legs, even the ankles and feet. So every part of our body moving in unison. We try moving with our breath, moving in unison. So movement's good for our spine, it nourishes it, increasing the temperature, helps the muscles to move. Movement helps with the synovial fluid in the joints, a bit like putting oil between a hinge so it flows, it opens without squeaking. But also we can help our spine by eating healthily. Healthy oily food. Making sure we get enough vitamins and minerals. Our fruit and veg. And drinking plenty of water. We need to lubricate that spine. So your task today, after class, is to go drink a glass of water. Let's just bring our focus back to the room you're in. Taking a nice big breath in, imagine that spine lengthening from your tailbone up to the crown of your head. As you breathe in again, lengthen your arms and legs, a big body stretch. Slowly drawing those knees in. Have a little hug and a little rock massaging your back. So rocking round in a circle a couple of times each way. And then gradually just make your way back up. Or if you want to stay there a bit longer, that's fine. I shall just switch off the cameras and leave you asleep.